If you want to check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. We are rolling. We head over to the MAC. 7 p.m. Eastern action. Central Michigan, Chippewas, 6-7, 2-4 in the MAC at Toledo Rocke. It's 11-4, 6-1 in the MAC. We're at Savage Arena in Toledo, Ohio. Toledo opening up as 14.5-point favorites. That moves to 15. Some books have moved that to 15.5. This total opened up at 157.5. That's moved down. We see 157s. We see 156.5s. We even see a 156. Central Michigan snapped a 3-game losing streak with a 75-64 win at home over Eastern Michigan on Saturday. Senior guard Trevon Broadway Jr. went for 25 points in the win. He leads the Chippewas, averaging 16.8 points per game. 6'10" freshman forward Andre Polk, who averages 8 points, 4.6 boards, is listed as questionable to play with an undisclosed issue. He's missed the last 3 games. Central Michigan scores 80.3 points per game, but gets just 11.8 assists. They hit 45.7% from the foul line, 35.6% from 3, but just 45.7% from the field, 35.6% from 3, but just 62.9% from the foul line. Toledo's coming off their first in-conference loss of the season, 95-94 in overtime at Akron. Their rotation just 7 deep, and they kept it 7 deep in hopes of keeping that winning streak alive. Senior guard Marion Jackson went off. Monster game. 24 points, 10 assists, 9 boards. He's joined by guards Ryan Rollins, Spencer Littleson, and forward Citric Milner, who all score over 13-plus points a game. Max, we lost with Toledo on Friday. I believe it was for Saturday's action. Are you interested in going back to the well as this big of a favorite? We're in the MAC, Max. Central Michigan, Toledo Rockets, take it away.
Yeah, Jim, I'm not interested in going back to Toledo full game for the show. For my personal bets, I will be looking at Toledo first half, but I have to see a number. I do think that with Central Michigan, this is a team that does shoot the ball at a respectable rate, around 45%. They have lots of tempo. There's lots of drives. And what I like about them is they really want to push the tempo off an opponent's made bucket. Where I see Central Michigan having some value in this spot and why I chose this game is on the over. I understand that Central Michigan has the ability to play a real ugly game that barely gets to 145 with the efficiency of some of these guys on this roster. However, this is a team that still presses. They still turn you over. And when they turn you over, they go into transition. They're not going to try and slow this game down and settle into the half court. I think that with Central Michigan, it is fair to be aware that they can literally have 6 double-digit scores on any given night. It's just about getting the right shots and the 3-point dropping for a couple guys in one time. I think that when they give up scores, this is a team that wants to answer right back. And I hope now playing a team like Toledo, who has that type of offensive firepower, coming off a very bad loss that I watched and punched a hole in something that I can't show you right now, that this Central Michigan team is going to probably get the best offensive performance that you're going to get out of Toledo. This is a team that scores 90-plus points at home. They're coming off a bad loss. They're 12-3 ATS to the spread. I'm not even going to talk about that. The fact is, even though Toledo plays 7 guys, they got a Canadian, which makes them even better. And Keyshawn Saunders, while he's been a beast on the offensive glass, the 3-point shot has been dropping like freaking wildfire. It's like when I get a bag of Skittles. I just take the bag of Skittles, I open it up, and I pour it into my mouth, and I literally suck on the Skittles for as long as I can before I choke, and one slides down my throat. With Toledo, though, Jim, this is a team that has 5 75% plus free throw shooters, 6 35% plus 3-point shooters. They have 56 points per game coming from 4 of their starters. And the bottom line is they've been making 12 threes in conference on average. So it's just a tough spot for me to take an under in, knowing that Toledo's mad, Toledo's efficient, Toledo's better offensively at home, and with Central Michigan's ability to score off opponents' made buckets, for them to push the tempo and for them to have a variety of different scores at multiple levels, it just doesn't make sense. Both these teams average 80 plus. Both of them shoot 35% plus from the three-point line. Neither of them dominate defensive glass, but give up a ton of offensive rebounds. So second chance opportunities and free throws are expected. And with both of them, we've seen them step up the offense even more in second halves. Where Central Michigan, it doesn't matter if they're down 15. They don't give up until there's 10 seconds left in the game. This is a spot I'm taking the over. I'm looking to get 75 points in the first half and then 60-plus field goal attempts from both teams. If I get that, we're going over 156. So lock me in on either 156 or 156 and a half at the best juice, please, Jim.
Over 156.5. Only two books are left there. One is at minus 114. That's FanDuel. The other is Circa at minus 110. Max is on over 156.5 at minus 110. Available at Circa. And we roll on. May they hit threes like you swallow Skittles in that spot, Max.